And with that, we can bring on Scott from the Augusta Players to talk a little bit about what we're going to do. Hi, Scott.
Thank you so much for the invitation.
So I know that I did a bunch of shows with the Augusta Players when I was young, and I know Alex also did a few as well. My favorite being The Wizard of Oz. He was one of the lead Munchkins.
He was
a featured Munchkin in the Lollipop Guild. Mm-hmm. And for us, the Augusta Players was a family outside of our own family. And I know that because of this COVID-19, y'all have had to go dark like Broadway. And could you just talk a little bit about that and how the community has kind of rallied around y'all?
Sure, I would love to. It's one of my favorite things to talk about. First of all, I have to say, I've watched a lot of these kinds of broadcasts over the past week, and you two look the best of pretty much anyone I've ever seen on camera. You look great. And I also, you just reminded me, so we've got a board member who's been so kind over the past 2 years, because it's our 75th anniversary of the Augusta Players, and he has spent about 11 months going through every program, photo, newspaper article, absolutely everything, and digitized all of it. And so I'm going to go into the Wizard of Oz folder and find those photos, and I'll try and get them to you guys. So yeah, just like almost every entertainment entity out there, as COVID-19 took over the country, we had to make some tough decisions about. We canceled a couple special events. We had a great orchestral concert that was about to happen, and some other fundraising things. And just in the past couple of days, we made the decision to postpone our big spring musical, Cinderella, to open our 76th magical season in September. But that's a huge financial burden on the company to get through the next few months, because that, although our staff is very, very small, the organization, as you know, because you've been a part of it, is run primarily by volunteers. But that staff still has to get paid. We still have to pay rent on the warehouse and on our offices, and we've already paid for the rental of the scenery and the costumes and the licensing rights for Cinderella, and that alone is about $30,000. That we're not selling tickets, so we don't. Although we've paid that money, puts a big hole in our bank account right at the moment. But more importantly, making sure that programs like Camp Wonderland this summer happens, which is this amazing program that was started a couple years before I got here, because I've only been in town for about 2.5 years. That is a fine arts program for young people with autism spectrum disorder. So it includes, much like you're doing tonight, it includes visual art and movement and drama and vocal music. And it's such an incredible program. And with that program, no one's ever turned away for financial reasons. So if a family can't pay to have their young person involved, they're on scholarship. And so it is definitely not a money maker for us in any way, shape, or form. We usually lose money on it. But every one of those pennies that you might be able to raise this evening, that we did a similar thing this past Sunday, helps things like Camp Wonderland and our regular summer camps happen. There's Taylor, did you ever go to the Augie Awards?
I did.
So it was supposed to happen in just a couple of weeks in May, and that's been bumped to August 9th. But again, revenue stream is gone. So we want to make sure, we're so blessed to have been alive in this community for 75 years. And we want to make sure that we get through this little rough patch, not only well, but still thriving on the other end and around for 75 years and beyond after this. We're very excited about the future, and we want to make sure that no matter what, we continue to, it's a community organization. It was created by this community, and our mission is to serve this community. And we want to make sure that we can serve it for a long time beyond this.
Okay, so on that note, everyone go to somethingforalex.org. On the top of the screen, there's a QUARANTUNES donate button. That's all you have to do. And we're going to explain some of the things later that are happening with art and other things, but 30% of these proceeds are going straight to the Augusta Players. So do that. $5, $1, any amount will help. So please go donate.
Yes.
Thank you, Scott, for joining us.
No, it's my pleasure. And I know it's a bit of a trek, but come back anytime. We would love to see you back as a vital part of the family. Come do something with us.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, guys.